Hey guys, it's Crafty again, but beardless. Again. Let me ask you something. Do you just loathe drawing feet? If so, let me tell you how I got over my hatred for drawing feet while you watch me create this very uncomfortable looking odd pair of fantasy boots. Using Photoshop, of course. Let's get started. Welcome back, and if you're new to this channel, let me introduce myself and what I do here. People call me Crafty, and I'm a motion graphics designer creating animated ads for a living, using After Effects. However, every once in a while I get to do animations for a tabletop RPG related project, and more often than not, I dabble in photo manipulation and illustration, and that's what ends up being uploaded here. So, if you like this type of content, make sure to hit like, subscribe to my channel and click on that bell icon to turn on all the notifications so you don't miss any of my future uploads. The pair of boots that I'm creating here is another setting specific item for my upcoming D&D and Pathfinder supplement, the Nowhere Emporium. I'll tell you more about it in the future videos, but for the time being, let's just say that it's a dark fairy tale-like setting that can be introduced at pretty much any level into any adventure, official, unofficial and homebrew alike. Why do you hate drawing feet? Let me know your reason in the comments below. I did have a few reasons myself, one of them being toes, they just never listen, and the other one being the expression or stance. They might be the third most expressive part of our bodies right after our faces and our hands. Interestingly, I never had a problem drawing faces. Hands just take time, but I don't have a problem drawing them either. Or what I just said isn't quite true. I thought that if I want to draw something, I just have to picture it in my head and the hand will do the rest. That couldn't be further from the truth. You may have a very vivid imagination like myself and be able to picture an item in full color in 3 dimensions and spin it around until you find the best position to put on paper. I can definitely do that with pretty much any item that's either simple or I have studied its parts to better understand it. And that's the answer behind the mystery. Study, use reference. Simple, inanimate objects, especially the ones that we interact with every day, are easier to understand and picture in your mind's eye than mechanical movement and expressions. Those are on another level, and they need further in-depth understanding. Unfortunately, for anyone who wants to become a better illustrator, myself included, it requires a lot of practice. But let me get a few sentences back, where I said how I don't have a problem drawing faces and hands. I don't have a problem now. But before I started studying from reference, of course the faces and hands I tried to draw looked wonky and disproportionate. It's the same with feet. However, the feet are not just the feet. I like to think of them as a tell of someone's mood and intentions. Let me give you an example. A confident person would have both of their feet firmly rooted. A person trying to leave is gonna try and move away with their feet first. Similarly, preparing to jump or to evade an incoming object will result in planting one's feet in the best possible way to perform that action. You see where I'm getting at? Now that all that's been said and done, I can tell you that the illustration that you see coming together on your screen is also sketched using a reference. Of course, there is no reference for boots made out of vines, but the position was taken from a photo of a pair of old leather boots. There is one more thing I'd like you to take away from this process when it comes to digital illustration using Photoshop or any other software of equal capabilities for that matter. And that is something I like to call an implied element. You'll notice that I didn't pay a lot of attention to the boot in the back. I just put the overall shape there as a placeholder and slapped on some texture and shading to give it a little bit of detail. The reason behind it is simple. The one in front feeds your brain enough information to fill in the gaps. And that's it. If you're still here, I'd say you appreciate this type of content. In that case, let me remind you to like this video, also subscribe to this channel and turn on all the notifications using that bell icon so you don't miss any of my future uploads. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below and I'll be happy to answer. And if you're into tabletop RPG freebies, may I suggest you go over to my website craftytabletop.com and head straight to the download section. I left some freebie stuff for you over there. Thanks for sticking with me until the end. This is Crafty, and I bid you farewell.